We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show.
Hey guys, it is me, Hannah, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about my Canada experience, student exchange, 2 months. I don't know what this title is going to look like, but it's going to be a mess. So I went to Canada for 2 months on student exchange, and can I just say it was the best experience of my life. I loved it. It was great. You all should go to Canada. If you live there, you are the luckiest bitches of my whole life. Marry me. So look, but look, I'm wearing the Canadian Roots like shirt. You know the Roots store, and it's like everywhere in Canada, and it has Canada on it. Anyway, my host family bought that for me, which they're amazing. Oh my god, they're so amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna have my phone here to bring up all the pictures, so I know what happened, because it's nearly been 3 months, two and a bit months, like 2 and a bit months since I came home, and can I just say I miss it so much. I stayed in Vancouver, so the West Coast, and oh, so worth it, like amazing. And I stayed to November the 9th to January the 9th, and wasn't it just so beautiful? It was just, and it snowed. Like, I have never seen snow in my whole life. It was just so beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna have pictures like put up on the screen, like right here or something, so I'll like move over a little bit so I can like insert the pictures. Like, you know, leaving was really hard, because I have a boyfriend and my whole family that I had to leave for 2 whole months. And when you think of 2 months, it's like, oh, that's a very long time, but when you're there and away from your family for that long, oh man, it's so hard and sad, and I just missed them so much. So leaving was really hard. My boyfriend and my mom took me to the airport, and I said goodbye to them, and then this was the plane I catched, flew in, I'm gonna go with that, and it was a 14 hour flight. Oh, what a shitty experience. Like, it was so boring being on a flight for that long with a flying fear. If you guys have watched my Stranded Deep series, like the very first episode, I was like screaming because like in the episode, like the plane crashes into like the ocean, and crashing is the worst way to die on a plane. Like, I don't want to die on a plane. And it was a 14-hour flight. I knew what I had this plan, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay up as long as I can, and then once I get on the plane, so I got about 4 to 3 hours sleep that night, and we got to the air. My flight was like at 11 a.m. and can I just say I was so goddamn tired. And when I got on that plane, we had like food like straight away, and then I could not sleep for like 8 hours of that flight. So I was on there for 8 hours just like watching movies, and I was so tired. So like after 10 seconds of watching the movie, I put my head down and try and fall asleep. I tried to fall asleep for like 3 hours, didn't work out. I ended up falling asleep for like like an hour, and then I got woken up by kids screaming. And can I just say, babies on a flight can be really annoying, and you know what? I appreciate mothers who take their kids on flights for that long, and I understand, but oh my god, when I finally fall asleep, I get woken up by kids scream. Can I just say I was so ticked? But I was sitting next to the most nicest man. I also had another exchange student, so I was like sitting on the edge on the aisle, and then like a man was sitting here, and then another exchange student was sitting here, and this man was so funny. He like made the flight so much better. We just laughed, and this lady was like vomiting in front of us. It was just awful. Like, I haven't even got to the point where I'm at Canada yet. I'm just talking about the flight. Like, it was just awful. That's all you need to know. So when I arrived, my host family picked me up, and they are lovely people. I miss them so dearly. They had a little baby, and he was like 6 months old when I arrived, and I'm gonna cry like talking about this. He was just such a doll. He was just, oh my god, he was just so cute. I'm not gonna show a picture of him for privacy reasons. Obviously, I'm a nice person. But this was like a picture of the bridge in Surrey, I think it was, like the biggest bridge in Vancouver, the suspension bridge or something. And that was pretty cool. I took a picture of it, and this was in the car like after the flight, like going back home. So, you know, it's pretty cool. This is a few pictures of outside my school that I went to, and like the lockers and stuff, because we don't have lockers in Australia. That's just such an American Canadian thing. And can I just say, I was so excited about the yellow buses and like the lockers. I was just freaking out. Look, even the cereal excited me. Lucky Charms, I see that everywhere on TV and stuff. We don't have Lucky Charms, and they tasted alright. They were really sugary. It kind of overwhelmed me a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna skip to the best part of this trip, is when it snowed. Like, for the first time. It was on the 6th or the 7th of December. So I was there for about a month. And it was snowing. Like, I was driving to school, and it was like an hour drive to school. It was ridiculous. I hated it, but that's fine. It was like raining where I was staying, and then as we got closer to Vancouver City, it was just getting heavier and heavier with snow, and I was freaking out. It was the first time I've ever seen snow in my whole life, so as you can probably tell, I was freaking out. So a few pictures will be popping up of me as well. I was like so excited. I had my little school uniform on because I went to a Catholic school, so that's my uniform, which was a bit upsetting. Kind of ruined the experience by like this much, but that's okay. And also on that day, we had a snow day. So as we're approaching school, we're about half an hour in of the drive, and then the principal was like, it's a snow day, and I was so excited. It was my very first snow day, and it was just such a great experience to be there for a snow day. Like, I don't know, it's such like silly things that you guys or those who live in America and stuff where it snows get a snow day like regularly. We have to go to school every day unless it's like a public holiday for like the Queen's birthday or something. Like, it was so awesome. So there's a few pictures popping up. Look at my little face. Like, I was so excited, and we like had snowball fights, and you know what? I'm punching myself over. I didn't make a goddamn snowman. The whole time it was snowing, I went to Whistler and everything, and I did not make a snowman. That is just, I don't know why. I just got distracted, and now I'm upset. I'm just going to insert this picture of Walmart, because we don't have Walmart. And also Costco, I'll insert that. You know what? Don't judge me. We don't have this stuff. We just see this in movies and on YouTube, and I saw it in real life. It was like I was in the movies. It was lit. And on one of the days, I think it was the 4th of what am I talking about? The 4th of December, I went to see the Canucks, Vancouver Canucks, don't punch me if I get that wrong, okay, versus the Maple Leafs in Toronto, the Toronto Maple Leafs, I mean, sorry, God, and the tickets were $250. I choked, but I still went anyway for the experience. You know, I can't not watch a hockey game. And so here's some pictures popping up. It was very cool, the Canucks one, which is great. Apparently they suck, so, you know, and it was just so crazy to be there to watch that. I've never seen hockey in real life. So yeah, that was awesome. And there was like a fight going on in the rink, and I was like, what's happening. It looks so dumb, like, because I've got all these like shin pads and stuff on, and then like they're like punching each other, and it was like, I don't know, like it looked like they weren't doing anything to each other because like they had like safety pads on. Like, what's that gonna do to the other person? Like, and then it kept snowing. It just kept snowing. Here's a picture of the school bus with snow on it, which is super abstract. And then it was snowing. It just kept snowing. It was just so much fun. After a while, it got a bit annoying. I can confirm, got a bit annoying, but I loved it nevertheless. Okay, don't hate me. And I went to Granville Island. There was that like big bridge, and then those weird like face people, like they had on like the tanks or like whatever it was. I don't know. I don't know. That was super cool. I liked it. It was different and fun. It was unique. A bit boring. Not much to see, but still. And then I went to Whistler for 2 days with my host family. We stayed one night in Squamish. So we went to Whistler, drove back to Squamish, and then went back to Whistler, and then home. So Whistler is awesome. It's so goddamn cold though. Like, what the hell? Okay. So here's a few pictures of that. And then I went to Whistler again with all the other host students that they organized for us, which was awesome. So here is that day. And can I just say how much I spent at Sephora? Like, half the makeup I'm wearing now is from Sephora, and no regrets, just saying. I spent nearly $500. You can't, okay? I got like 6 things and it ended up being like $450, so worth it. Ow. And with the whole school thing, because I went on student exchange, school was pretty awesome. It was very different. It was probably my least favorite thing of the whole trip, which is so weird. But it was very, you know, different, and I felt really out of place and not welcomed there for some reason. Like, I had so many beautiful friends, and leaving my friend group was so hard. They were such beautiful people, and I honestly miss them so much, and I cannot wait to go visit them again, and also my host family. But yeah, the friendships I made were awesome, but the school itself and like the teachers, I just felt so out of place. Like, at my old school, I remember I knew all my teachers' names. I knew everyone in the whole year. Everyone knew me. And then at this place, no one knew me. I knew none of the teachers' names. It was hard to adjust to. But it was still a good experience. But I enjoyed everything other than school while I was there. Also, I want to talk about what it was like living with strangers. For maybe like the first month, it was adjusting to their rules and how they like to live. They were Christians, which was such an eye-opening experience for me as someone who isn't a Catholic or a Christian. I do believe, don't punch me, but I haven't been baptized, or I haven't done like communion or none of that. But that still doesn't change my beliefs and what I believe in. But yeah, they were Christians, and I went to church with them every Sunday, which was different. I don't go to church, but it was different, and adjusting to their lifestyle and how they like to live was a bit hard for me and a bit awkward. But in the last month, they were amazing. Like, we became best friends. Like, me and my host dad, me and my host mom. Me and my host mom were very close. We were like, would bully each other. You know how like a big sister and like a little sister? Well, she was a really young mom. She's 26, so she was only 10 years older than me. And yeah, we got along really, really well, and I miss her so much. And also their little boy, he was so precious. Living with someone who's younger than me in the family was definitely different, as I'm the youngest in my family and I've never really been around any babies. So being with him was just so amazing, and I miss him so much. He was such a joy to be around, and such a lovely boy. And now he's like walking and like crawling. I got on my last day he crawled for the first time, and that's all I wanted to see him do before I left was crawl, and he did it on my last day. And oh my gosh, saying goodbye to him was so hard, like so precious. I cannot wait to go back to Canada. What a beautiful place. If you live there, you are so lucky. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. The mountains covered in snow, like the views, like everything was so perfect about it. So I cannot wait to come back. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Become a Joey today by clicking that subscribe button and leave a super sweet comment down below. And I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!